Okay, I just thought I'd talk about some of the rhythmic aspects for guitar part number 2, Playing with the Boys by Kenny Loggins, down at the I letter. Okay, so this part here is rhythmically, looks really complicated and challenging, and it is to learn, but once you get it, you'll be able to feel how it sounds and remember it. So it's actually a really great learning experience. Let's have a look at the first bar of I. First bar of I, we have a quarter note and it's dotted. That means that it's going to go for 1.5 beats. So I get my pointing apparatus, here we go. So this is the first quarter note and it goes for 1.5 beats. That means this quaver here, this eighth note, is on the up of 2 and it's just before the 3 downbeat. So the sound of this is 1, 2, 3, 4, da, da. So that note comes in on the upbeat after 2 and before 3, and because it's tied, you sustain across there. So that part's fairly easy. The second bar and the third bar here actually have the same rhythm. So I want to explain these rhythms to you, and then this is repeated as well further on again. And a very similar rhythm occurs for the first bar of I through these final bars here before we get to the D minor chord. Okay, so this is how I'm going to explain it, using Lego blocks. Okay, so in our bar of music, we have beats of 4/4, and that's these grey blocks. So this is representing the beat number 1, 2, 3, 4, and the value of that beat, how long it's going for. So 1 goes for this distance, 2 for this, 3 for this, and 4 for this. The beige blocks on top, they're the notes we're going to be playing. So you can see I've got a 1 here, so that's only half of my first beat. And that is represented here by the 8th note on beat 1. So this is 1, and then we play the AND. Now the AND is written as a quarter note. Normally a quarter note takes up a whole beat, but because it's starting on the up of the beat, it actually takes up the start of the second beat, which then leaves half of that second beat remaining here. We can see that quaver. 1 and. Now, that sounds complicated but understandable, I think. It gets a little more tricky now that we consider that this quaver, this 8th note, is tied to this 8th note. So tying the notes together adds their value together. Your note starts here, but you sing over this value as well. So this becomes an AND that sings over the 3 that's in the middle of the bar. You might ask, well, why don't we just put that as a quarter note then? We could add those two eighths together. And the reason we don't do that, which is this line here, as an example, so this is wrong, is because it obscures the middle of the bar. And that breaks a convention of music in which an even bar, such as 2/4, 4/4, and 6/8, for example, where the middle of the bar has to be left open as a break so that you can see where the middle of the bar is. It just helps you calculate it when you're playing and reading. So this is the upbeat after 2, sustaining over 3, and then we play another quarter note. So just like this one functioned here on the upbeat of 1, this one's functioning on the upbeat of 3. It's the same idea. So this, in effect, this pattern is copied and placed here. 8th, quarter, 8th, 8th, quarter, 8th. The only difference is this one is tied across. So that's how it's expressed in the Lego blocks. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 1, and so on and so forth. Maybe, as an idea, try and clap along. You could play one note on your guitar, such as the F note or the open E string, and try and sing that note along with me. Actually, I'll just pluck my E note. Na, beautiful voice. So I'll sing that note, but lower. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and 1 and. Sorry, I'm running out of breath. Okay, Another thing you could do is go to the MuseScore website and watch the video play along that's there. It has the music score, and you can actually go to the I section inside the second page. Well, actually, it'll be page number 15 or something in that score, because it has all the instruments on it, so it's a bit long. So go to the I marker anyway, and you can play along with that part, and you can select to change the tempo so it's really slow. And you can also press the metronome on. I think there's a metronome feature which actually turns a click on, so you can hear a click and you can play your part. You can actually turn the other instruments off and just hear your part and play along. That's a really good tool, so I suggest you go and do that if you're struggling with this rhythm. Okay, good luck. Hope you're enjoying the song.